Hello, Raider Nation. This is Chris for Raiders on the Cover 3 show. Tonight, I might be flying solo. Um, my other two guys, one has internet problems. The other guys, I don't know if he's available now. He might pop in. They both might pop in. But tonight, it's just me. Just going to just talk about the Raiders. Today, they had practice, the last open practice for the rest of the season, I'm assuming. I don't have any highlights yet. I'm still waiting for them. If they're going to show any highlights, I have a couple of things I want to talk about. So, without further ado, we'll get the show started. Stand by.
Raider Nation, Jason, Chris, 4 Raiders, Chewy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation, Jason, Chris, 4 Raiders, Chewy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation, Jason, Chris, 4 Raiders, Chewy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation. Raiders.
All right, welcome back. Like I said, I'm flying solo for now. We'll see how long that lasts. But anyway, welcome to the Cover 3 show. I'm Chris for Raiders, as you see at the bottom right there. You want to talk about what happened today a little bit. I saw some things that some of the beat writers wrote, and it looks promising. So we'll see. Our first game is this Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time against the Cardinals. So we'll see what happens. Okay, hey, what's up, Mario? Welcome to the show, brother. Always welcome. USC fight on. You know how it is. So what else get done now? It didn't happen in a real game situation. So, let them learn from mistakes. As far as in the preseason, you're probably gonna play most of that. Well, probably half. I don't know. They haven't seen yet. But he's gonna get his reps in the preseason, which he needs against live fire. The other thing is that people talking about he should start. Eventually he will. But right now, no. But you never know what can happen. Happened to a few teams where they bought in a veteran and then they got their rookie and then he started over. And it happened to us. We traded for Schaub, drafted Carr, and then Carr beat him out. Seattle did the same thing. They traded, paid for Flynn, drafted Russell, and Russell beat him out. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. But Kirk Cousins right now is the starter for now. So I'm okay with that because Cousins had a good day today from what I'm hearing. And he's had a good day today. Man, ain't no count. He according to this, he threw a bomb to Brandon Johnson for a touchdown. But I said we couldn't see it. But at least we have going to a season. We have 3 capable quarterbacks. You know what I mean? We didn't have that last year. We had Geno Smith, then they picked up Pickett, and that count, and just wasn't there. It wasn't there. But now we have cable guys. Let's see. We talk to the chat. Hey, what's up, Daniel Barrett? Thanks for coming in, brother. Hey, my boy Raffy. What's up, Raffy? And Ardell's here. Hey, Ardell. Welcome to the show. So the Mendoza watch is going to be on. There's going to be he's going to be under a tight microscope through the rest of these preseason games. Okay, because like I said, we're going to live fire. I'm more interested in seeing him play. The Cardinals, that'd be a fascinating game. But I'm more interested in seeing him when he play the Texans, which has one of the best defenses in the league as of last year. So I want to see how I perform against that defense with their defensive line, their cornerbacks, and their linebackers. Let's see what he can do. Let's see how fast he can read that. I say practice is practice. He's playing mostly with the twos, but the one thing he's doing, we're going to talk about that later a little bit, but he's creating a lot of chemistry with Malik Benson, which is great. Because I say that, I don't know the way Malik Benson looked like he might be starting. No one can't tell, but yeah, one can tell, but we never know. But at least he is working with Malik Benson. At least. So we know that these two are going to have a group. Once they get in the game together, they're going to have a great connection. Might be his go-to guy besides Brock Bowers. And like Ardell said, we're talking about practice. Yeah. That's practice. But he needs to practice in the NFL. Not so much Kirk Cousins and Aiden O'Connell needs to practice too, but according to this, he did good. Let me see if I can get this clip up. I'm having a problem bringing it up. In a second. Hold on a minute. So many computer problems. Anybody know a good deal on computer, let me know, because I need a new one. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, I can't bring it up. Anyway, so go check him out on X. That's Jesse Merrick from Silver and Black Sportsnet. Go check him out. I'm Oops, on. Oh, okay. It's blocking my screen anyway. So yeah. So Mendoza watch, we'll watch him. We're all gonna watch him. Like I said, he'll be under a microscope. So let's see how he fares against live fire. Hopefully he can step up. Hopefully he can do what he has to do. Because just because the first overall pick don't mean he's going to storm bomb the league. Don't mean it's going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's going to take time for him to learn the defenses, the offense, everything else. It's going to take time. So, that being said, how do you feel about Mendoza? Because I know some of you want him to start, some of you don't. I say let him sit. I say let him watch and learn. I'm not saying sit the whole year. I say let him sit. Yeah, sit him. Like I said, sit him. Run game, like you said, run game is critical from the young quarterback. And today, Mr. Asgenti ran for a 30-yard touchdown run untouched. So that's going to help him a lot. Plus, you got Mike Washington back there. Table read. I subbed and like to maybe mob, by the way. Oh, that's a possibility. We'll see. Who'd you sub to, me or Jason? So you got to let me know. Thanks for the sub, I appreciate that. We'll see. So that's Mendoza. Let's say he had that one pick today. There was a tip ball. So, hey, it happens. It's going to happen to every quarterback. No quarterback ever went through a season that started every game, or at least 80 or 90% of the games, and didn't get a pick or anything like that. What? My dog growling. Hush. So that's Mendoza. Mendoza in that show. Yeah, thank you, Tablet. I'll get you. In other news, see what's happening today. All right, dude. So, according to this, Malik Benson is running kicks, kickoff returns. Another thing that they had, I can't say his name, so I'm just call him Tokyo Toe. Missed a 40-yard field goal. Okay, like I say, he's a rookie too. Will he make the team? I don't know, but it'd be nice if he does, because he'd be a great story. But we don't need stories. We need winners. We need things to happen. So, position battles. Talk about that. And then we'll bring up the, let's see here. Where is it at? The depth chart that came out. The unofficial depth chart that came out a couple of days ago. Oops. I have problems today, guys. Sorry. My boy, he has an internet problems. I'm having computer problems. Oh, my God. There we go. So this is a depth chart that came out that I can't. Oh, what is going on here? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a bad night tonight. Let's see. Hold on a minute. I'm having a bad night tonight. All right, let's try this again. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna get it right. There we go. So there's a depth chart. As you can see, if you can't see it. So wide receiver, you got Jalen Naylor, Dante Thornton, and Cedric Jackson. Jalen probably wide receiver number 2 or 1. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Who's 1, who's 2 really don't matter. Then you got Thornton in the second string. All right, then you got Colt Miller. That's obvious. Spencer Buford, okay. Here, right behind that. Of course, you got Lindenball. Then you got Merritt as second string, and then you got Will Punch third. Okay. Then you got JPJ, then Maffei, then Henning. Glaze, Zoom, and Dalton Wagner. Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer. Which they probably be in it together, but that's what they got listed. And Ian Thompson, third guy. Now, what really surprised me is that Jack Best is over Malik Benson. I think Jack Best is a better run blocker than Malik Benson is. They haven't said anything about his run blocking because Kubiak wants run blocking wide receivers. If you can't block on the run, then you won't get in the game. So that can change. Trey Tucker will be in there. Derek Young is second. Okay. So all those can change. And people say we don't have an elite wide receiver room. No, we don't. No, we don't have the Chase, the Jeffersons, the whoever, these elite receivers. No, we don't. And people say, let's go get them. I don't know if Raiders want to spend a whole bunch of money on receiver. But as on the Sunday show, I saw my boy Jason, he said we need a elite receiver. We need a lot of things. This team's not complete yet. This is the first season with Spytek and total control, with a head coach, a new head coach, and a new defensive coordinator. There's a lot of things we need. I say this. Go what we have and see what we got. Because who knows? Best can have a Pro Bowl year. Derek Young come out, break out. Malik Benson can break out. We don't know yet. Because we didn't have the opportunity to see any of these guys like Jack Best and Thornton last year. Didn't have that opportunity to see what they can do. And they said, you don't hear a name practice, but it's just practice. And plus, Thornton has been kind of in and out. He was out today, I think. I have to look that up, but he was out today. So he might be hurt, might be tweaking. I don't know. But if he's not in practice, then his chances of being one of the guys is kind of like, whoop, you're falling behind. So we shall see. And also with that, you got to remember that we have 53, and I think it's a 10. We keep them practice squad. So they got to cut 20. They got to cut 27 players. Not only us, but 31 other teams got to cut 27 players too. Who knows? They said they might have a wide receiver on their team that be good for us. It always happens. We can pick it. We can pick that wide receiver up, maybe. Won't be the all-star. Like I said, won't be Chase, Jefferson, Addison, anybody like that. But it could be a receiver on their team that might not work good for them, but might work great for us. So I just say wait and see. I don't see us paying for a high-price receiver right now until we get the offensive line established and the running game established. Okay? Because we got Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer. We got those guys. They're established. Ian Thomas and what was that? Carter Runyon could help out a lot. All right. So the noise about we need to get a top receiver. Who's out there? They got a couple of guys, but they're towards the end of careers. And I am tired of getting the guys that careers are winding down to get a paycheck. I think we've been through that before. Why are we going to keep doing that? I think there's a new regime going to go a different direction, which is great. So we might not have the best wide receivers in the league. Not every team has that. You know what I'm saying? Not every team has the top receivers. They have some teams that have top receivers. We don't have the top receivers that we know of yet. But we haven't seen these guys yet with a different system, with a different quarterback, with a better offensive line. So that has yet to be seen. And if it doesn't work out, then they know what they got to do next year. We got to get some receivers. We got to draft them or maybe in the free agent market. But for now, let's go what we got. Because they only took one receiver in the draft, and that was Malik Benson. So, like I said, we got to wait and see. So, Asher Genty, then you got Washington Jr. We already know about that. And Dylan Lobby. Then you got that guy that just signed. I can't say his name, so I'm not. And then you got Hemby. So, they're in the back of the line. Then they got their fullback, Patrick Gurr and Connor Haywood. So, we pretty much knew who was going to be the starters. We pretty much know about Cole Miller. We knew Spencer Burford right now was getting starting reps, but that could change too. John Limbaugh, that's not changing. This might be changing. JPJ, you never know because Caleb Rogers, they've been switching back and forth on the line, so that could be changing. DJ Glaze, I don't know, that could be changing. So we already know the starters. Brock Bowers, yeah. The best, these wide receivers can change. Kirk Cousins, Ashley Genty, Connor, we're good. Let's go to defense. As they got listed, of course, Max Crosby. Tonka Hemingway is surprising a lot of people. That he's on a starting rotation. He didn't surprise me. Well, he surprised a lot of other people that had said we need a nose tackle. Well, Tonka is like going to be a nose tackle in this 3-4, but it's a 3-4 base defense. It's not a straight 3-4 because it might say on paper 3-4, but they might have 4 or 5 guys on line of scrimmage. Because the way the defense is going to look, I'm assuming is that everybody's going to play everywhere. And they're going to let Max Crosby roam around. He might be on the edge and one man might be in the middle, might be in the middle of the pack and next. They're going to let Max Crosby roam around. They're going to confuse the offense because the first thing the offense do when they're playing against the Raiders on the offense side, well, the first thing they do, they look for Max Crosby. So I can throw a double team or whatever they need to do, or chip them, whatever. But the way the defensive coordinator look like he's going to do, he's going to make Matt Crosby line up anywhere. You know, you can line up the right side, you can line up on the left side, you can line up in the middle. Who's going to make defense got to look for him. Let's see. Good evening. If you use Tokyo during the season, it's like redshirt international pathway. I don't know if they put him in an international pathway yet. I didn't see anything about that. They might. Who knows? But today he missed a 40-yard field goal, so I don't know what they're going to do with him. They probably keep him, but we'll see about that. So, well, good luck to him. I say he's a great story. And we need something good. Great stories. We need wins, but we also need great stories. We'll see. Well, so long. Anyway, hey, thanks for that comment. But yeah, I don't know if they put on international pathway. I didn't say anything about that. I've been looking all day for that because they got rid of Lakitasi. So we'll see what they do with him. Because I also talking to him with Alan Beller. And the way the defensive line looks, it looks pretty awesome. Because these two guys, Nolan Lalu did great last year. God dang it. All right. Well, John Lalu. But anyway, they looked good last year. Thomas Booger looked pretty good last year. Then you got Quiddy Pay and Kieran Crawford. He was out there today. Thank you. He was out. I'm glad he was out there because he was kind of a little banged up a little bit. But he might be that guy too. We'll see. They got Quiddy Pay, Kieran Crawford, and Brendan Jackson. Oh, I forgot. I forget they did pick up Benito Jones. We'll see how he fares out. And he's right now on the third run depth chart. Of course, you got N'Kobe Dean, Quay Walker, obviously. And then Berg is backing them up. Eric Stokes and D. Cam Richardson is now starting to be mentioned a lot. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but D. Cam has been mentioned a lot in some news cycles. I don't know if he got his head together or what, but he's in that position too. He's battling. He's as a guy right now, he's backing up Stokes. So we'll see how he fares out. And then McCoy's backing him up. Man, we know McCoy is. They're just going to just, bring him along slowly. They're not going to put him out there yet. They're going to make sure that he's okay. I mean, he's a fourth-round pick, but he could have been a top 10, top 20 pick if he wasn't hurt. So they making sure that you're going to get out there, but we're going to bring you slowly. So just chill. Make sure everything's okay. So you got him. So all of it's filled with Decam. You got McCoy in the back of him. They're important at Hezekiah Mises. They're going toe-to-toe, back and forth for the ones. Who will win that battle? We shall see. But as it stands right now, Porter got the starting 9 on this. But we'll see. So that's a good battle. It's great to have a good battle. It's awesome it's awesome to have a good battle. That means that just because your name's on the back of your jersey means you automatically start. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I'm getting paid $12 million a year. I should start. Yeah, but you're not that good. The other guy that's only getting paid $6 million is better. I'm taking the $6 million, put him in there. So you got a rookie battling a 2-year guy. So basically, these two guys are brand new. Although Porter did play pretty well towards the end of the season, whatever. I don't want to go back. I don't even want to talk about last season. It just pisses me off. It literally pisses me off. But anyway, so that's a good battle. And they both going back and forth, which is great. Because one guy get out there can't cover, and the other guy can come in and do it. So I'm glad we have that battle. That's one of the good battles I see, because I was hoping we get better DBs. Teron Johnson, it's going to be a nickel defense, nickel. Or a slot corner. And another thing that's happening is Greedy Vance is starting to step up. I like Greedy Vance. Let's see, can he hang in there? So he can be a good a nickel. No more last season. I'm trying to get over that. I'm on PTSD. Business. Do you want to come in, dude? Let me know. I'll send you a link. Because I'm solo right now. Greedy Vance. Then you got Paul and Stoops. That's interesting too. The last season, Paulo wasn't really that great at free safety. Maybe he got better because I heard he was doing some work on that position. So let's see. Then Trading Stoops is right behind him. But Trading Stoops been playing all positions. He's been playing outside, nickel, slot. He's all over the place. So he might be the Swiss Army knife of the DB room. I'm all for it. Because that's what the coaches and Spytech wanted. They wanted players that can play multiple positions, which I think is awesome. It is awesome to have that because, hey, if this player go down, you need to take care of cover that position. No, we run this type of defense. You need to run that. So that's awesome. Good. So that battle's going on. Then you got Tristan McCollum backing them up. Then the strong safety, you already know Jeremy Chinn's going to win that battle. But then you got Dalton Johnson behind him too, pushing him. And see, I like what they're doing with these players they picked in the free agency as well as the draft, is that they're pushing the other players that if you don't do right, you will not start. Okay. So that's the unofficial depth chart. Subject to change after these preseason games. Like I said, a lot of players are going to get cut. A lot of players are going to go to practice squad. So we'll see how that works out for all these players. We know who's going to be there, guaranteed. Then there's some that's not going to be there. And then some new players might come in after the cuts. Because Spytech and Kubiak is constantly bringing people in, taking people out. So we shall see. Let's see, you got the kickers, you got Kansi, the Tokyo Toe, Matt Gay going at it. Long snappers, and Alex Ward. Then the punt returns, Trey Tucker, and then Lobby, kickoff returns, and punt returns, John McCoy. I don't know if they're going to have them doing punt returns. They had what's called out there earlier. I can't think of his name. Who was out there? Oh, Malik Benson out there doing some returns. But I don't know if they got McCoy doing punt returns as it stands right now. He is, but I don't think they will. They'll probably change that. That's why they have put Malik Benson out there for punt returns. So that's the position battles, which only battle I'm seeing right now is a wide receiver room and both guard positions. It's only battle and then the two cornerbacks. Hey, salute, Arnie. Thanks for coming in. So, other than that, the tackles, that might be a battle for right tackle, but mainly the guards, both guards, left and right, are battles. But like Spencer Buford going to get the starting nod because he knows the system. So that might be set in stone, might not be, but so far it is. The JPJ and Caleb Rogers, they got Mafia behind him, but that's going to change too. But that might be a battle to got to watch too. So good luck to everybody. Good luck to those guys. I wish them best because we need the best. All right. Let's see. I like my man Arnie Garcia. Always have a question. love the question. Question: who is your favorite rookie this year on offense and on defense? On offense, Mike Washington Jr. Hands down. That's actually my favorite pick in the draft for the Raiders. Be honest, square with you. That was my favorite pick in the draft. Defense. I'm gonna go with Hezekiah Massis. You know, if I say straight and Stooks, but Massis right now, Stooks was my favorite pick in the draft and my favorite rookie. But right now, how much noise Massis is getting right now, he's slowly getting on my board. Like one of my favorite picks now, my favorite rookie. Like I said, we got to see in the preseason game because, you know, we all got to play out. That's a good question. We'll see how it goes on this battle. So these so the depth chart is unofficial. What you're seeing there, what you saw there, it's not kind of cut in stone like us. It's not engraved in stone. You know, some players going to be there, like Brock Bowers, Cole Miller, Lindenball. You know, they're going to be there. The two linebackers, Max Crosby. Who else? Chin, Ashton Genter. You know, those guys going to be there. No, that's automatic. So about what, 9, 11 players automatic. Then you got other positions to fill. So, like I said, the preseason is going to tell us a lot. And I was watching, who was I watching today? I can't remember. I was watching somebody, I can't remember who it was. Then chat said, "Will the Raiders go 0-3 in preseason?" So what? I can go 0-3 all they want to. I was going to see who plays and who does well. Because I remember a time when that idiot, we was 2-1 in the preseason, lost last game, I think the 49ers. And then we go, 5 games the whole year? Hey, wow. Huh. Wow. We went 2-1 preseason. Yay. Then we won on 5 games. Where you at? Excuse me. Midnight. My dog. Where are you? There. I don't think my dog here. So I that's a good question. Hey Chad, who's you guys' favorite offense and defense? Another question. Oh, I didn't see this question. Another question. Question. Other than Genter, who will have the second-year leap? Porter, Rogers, Grant, Lindenball, Beck. I think it's Rogers the way he's looking. Maybe Porter too, but Rogers looks like he's going to have a second-year leap because they're talking so much about him that he's rotating with JPJ. So hopefully all those guys have a good leap. If that's one, 3rd and 2, Betch. Yeah, especially Betch because like he's going to be on more running plays because he's a good blocker. They all need that second-year leap. No sophomore slump. We need all to jump up. Because right now, Porter, Rogers, Grant, Betts, and Thornton, they still got 5 hitter jobs to even get on the field. So they better jump up the second year, or they're on the bench or out the door. Yeah. So that's a good question. Give us a bold prediction for the first preseason game. Yeah. Bold prediction. I don't know. The way Cardinals played against Carolina, I don't know. It'd be a good game because that guy, Carson Beck, looked pretty good out there. So I was saying this on Sunday that, who was that guy? Bissett, whatever his name is. Better watch his job. Because Carson Beck looked pretty good out there. He was cool and calm. Got the ball out there on time. So, you know, we'll see. Preseason, I think I don't know how Kubiak's going to coach this preseason. Is he going to play to win, or is he going to play to watch? You know what I mean? Some coaches in the preseason play to win. They want to win the preseason. And some coaches play to watch their players. So I don't know what Kubiak's mentality, the mental state on that is. Mentality, what to say? Does he want to play to win? Or does he want to play to check out his players to see can they handle what he's calling? So I got to see who comes out there, who's starting, who's going to be out there. We know the Fernando's going to be out there eventually. We know Gente going to be out there for a little bit. But we're going to see Mike Washington. We're going to see other guys he's picked up. We're going to see him be out there on a run back room. Receivers. We're going to see all the receivers. We're going to see all the tackles and guards on offense. The defense, the other way around. Same thing. We're going to see a lot of other different guys. Matt's going to play? I don't know. He might play for a minute. Because Max always want to play. He's going to play every down there is. We're going to see Quiddy out there. But we're going to see Kieran out there. We're going to see Stokes. We're going to see Decam, Mass. We're going to see all those guys out there in different sets. So it's hard to tell after they play at least the first half what Kubiak is going to do. There. Where you at? There. So it's hard to see. It's hard to tell what he's going to do. I want to see the Raiders play well. Although it's preseason, but that's a start. You can win in preseason. You can go 3-0 in preseason and only win 4 games the rest of the season. Don't make sense to me. Let's see. You can't wait to see Mendoza versus Bagwell, Minshew versus ALC4. Oh, that's right. I forgot they do have Minshew on the field in a game. That don't matter to me. I think it'll be more Mendoza and AOC than anything else. So we'll see. Already active right now. Stars will play the first drive only if they score 3 and out. They will play 2 drives. Cousins interception, then touchdown to Bauer. Bold prediction. Oh, that's prediction you want. I'll say Cousins will play the first series just to get his feet wet in the live action game. Gente will play, probably be more running than anything else. He's in here. Bauer's probably get a few catches, get a few touches. Myers gonna get a few touches. They're gonna run vanilla. They're gonna run straight vanilla offense. They're not gonna do anything that they're gonna do regular season. So this is gonna be vanilla offense, run, pass when they need to. So it's vanilla. I'm not looking for a 40 game shooting each other. I'm looking to see what the players they have on the field do. The rookies, the second-year guys, the guys they just picked up in free agency. That's all I want to see. Lindenbaugh's going to be out there for a little bit. They'll probably bring in Meredith or whatever, their backup center, and the other guy, Putnam, to start. So it's right here. What do you want? Excuse me, guys. Give me a second. All right. Sorry about that. How AOC hold my third string? I don't know. Right now, that's what he got to do, because right now he's a backup to the backup for now. If they don't trade him, like I said, AOC status with the Raiders is unknown. They keep saying they like AOC. They keep pumping him up. Sometimes when coaches and everybody pump up a certain player, they try and put him on the market. So they're going to put ALC out there with the second string, I think, more than the third string, so he can look good. Because, ALC might be one of the greatest backup quarterback there is. Hey, Miss Weber, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. So I don't know what ALC stats of the Raider is. I mean, they're going to keep him or not, but they keep pumping them up that they're going to keep him. So we'll see. Okay. Hey, what's your? Do you have a? I forget it. I'll put it in the link. I'll put the link. Don't matter. Hold on a minute. I'll put the link in now. It don't matter right now because my partner in there is down and there it is. We'll make it overnight right now. There's a link you might want to jump in. Just hit that link. Make it overnight because I'm flying solo right now. So what were we talking about? Let's see. So I think like I said, I think he'll gonna play more with the second team in his first game than the third string. The third string probably rotate in and out. So we'll see how that works out. Like I said, ALC, I like to keep him. He's a good backup. Yeah. Your time, dude. He's a good backup. So, Arnie with the question again. What are your personal Clark or fourth string quarterback? I haven't seen him. He might be in there too. I haven't seen him do anything. I mean, he's a big kid, strong arm. Probably be on a practice squad. But I haven't seen anything from him. We'll see this preseason game when they put him in. We'll see what he can do. He'll be the third string, more than likely. But I didn't see anything about Jacob Clark. I haven't heard anything about him. They didn't say anything in the news. The only thing they talk about was AOC, Kirk Cousins, and Mendoza. Nothing about Clark. I've been looking for see how he does. And anyway, so Kieron Crawford and Tucker Henry each recorded a sack today. So something just popped on my screen. Oh, okay. So yeah. So Kieron and Tucker Henry out there balling. So Fernando to Malik Benson connecting was thriving. Aiden O'Connell hits Brandon Johnson with a 55-yard touchdown run, doing the 7-on-7s. I'm just reading some of these things. So I haven't heard anything about Jake Clark yet. I know he's on a team. He's a fourth-string quarterback, but nothing. There's a link right there in the chat, Biz, if you want to come in. Anybody else might want to hop in, that's fine with me. Anyway, so position battles. So those position battles we're going to transpire after this. But the main preseason game, like I said, I want to see, it's not the 49ers, it's the Texans because they have one of the better defenses in the league. And so with that being said, let's see how they fare up with that. Let's see what Mendoza can do against that defense, whether the second string or first string. Here we go. What's this? Jason answered. Yeah, whatever. Jason had an internet problem, so that's in YouTube. On my way. Okay. So, anyway, so what are you guys looking forward to in this preseason game? Like I said, I don't care if they win or lose. I just want to see some good plays. I want to see Raiders beating Raiders. I want to see good tackling. I want to see pressure. I want to see a good run game. I want to see some good passing. I want to see some excellent blocking. I want to see a lot of stuff. I don't think Cardinals have the best defense in the league, but they're still defense. You got to remember. So, in, in preseason game, these players are fighting for their jobs too. They're fighting to start, so they're gonna play their hardest. Let's see. Okay, what we got? In my opinion, only three positions open are RG, yeah, right guard, yeah, the guards, yeah, Porter and Masses, right. Exactly those exactly what I just said earlier. Arnie, just the guard position, actually both guard, but I think left guard is pretty much in play with Burford, but the Caleb Rod JBJ is an interesting battle. Porter and Masses is a great battle, and Bench and Benson. I don't think that's really a battle. I think JPJ is going to win that for now. They don't give him a shot at it during the regular season or preseason or everything. But if he messes up or he gets over aggressive or over don't think, I think Roger had that job. Porter and Masses, that's going to be a tight battle because they're both doing good. So it's almost like a flip of a coin, flip of a coin. And with Betch and Benson, I think that's a situational battle. You know, because Betch is probably going to be probably better in run blocking than Benson is, because that's the same thing about Benson's run blocking. Betch is a better run blocker because, you know, Kubiak going to run the ball. He's going to have 12-man fronts, and Betch probably be out there. And Betch can catch the ball, too. So I think that's going to be more or less situational receiving room. Wide receiver 3. You know, they want to spread the field. If they want to spread the field, spread the field, they'll probably have Benson out there because he's fast and his route running getting a lot better. His route running might be better than Betch. One can't tell. But I think on such situations they'll bring Benson out there to spread the field. Betch will probably be in there more for running plays. So that's a situational battle. But like me, I really don't care who starts. I care who finishes with a win. That's where I stand at. I don't care who's out there. I don't care if Kirk Cousins go out there and then craps a bed and they yank him out. I mean, those go in there and don't do that good either. If they put AOC out there and he finishes and wins the game, I'm good with that. Or they bring up James Clark. James Clark, we did quarterback. Go out there and he wins the game. It don't matter to me. Because it's not all about the player. It's all about the shield. It's all about get the Raiders out. Raiders. Not best, not AOC won the game. No, the Raiders won the game. AOC helped them win the game, but I don't care whoever finishes. I want them to finish where they win. Another question, my boy Arnie Garza. Question: who will be our breakout players on offense and on defense? Who takes the lead? On offense, our breakout player has to be Asher Genty. Has to be a breakout player on offense. Because we know what Brock can do. He broke out in his rookie year. Michael Mayer tight end, that could be one that could break out this year. Let's go with him. There he is. Let's go with Michael Mayer. All right. Bring in a guess. You guys know him. That black thick quarterback. Oh, what's up, bro?
It's good with you, my brother, on this late evening. I see you flying solo. You need a co-pilot, man.
Yeah, my boy Internet went down. He hit me up right before he started. Said, man, it's down. So,
Oh,
I'm good. Glad. Yeah. Take this flight with me, man. Co-pilot. Yeah.
I
So,
mean, You was fighting them by yourself. I was like, let me go and throw a couple elbows with you and see if I can jump off the top rope and see if I can help you out a little bit.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
It's all
Yes,
good, man.
yeah, I'm gonna finish up this question. So, question, Arnie Garcia, he always has the questions in the chat, man. He has some great questions. So, who will be our breakout players on offense, defense? I say on offense, I say Mike Mayer. So, he has to be a breakout player for us. Because last year he didn't have a good year, and he's a good player. So, I say Mike Mayer. What do you say, Black?
Breakout player this year? I mean,
Offense and defense.
uh, I don't know. It just kind of depends on what we call it breakout. But I mean, like if you're talking about like a 30% or 40% increase in what they do, I can see us having a 2 or 3 breakout players. But let me see if I can think of one really on the offense. I think a breakout player this year would probably be Mayer because of his numbers last year. He only had like 1 touchdown. He had limited yards, but that was because Brock was out. Primarily, but now with this tight end driven offense that we're going to have, he's going to be an integral part. So I can see him having a breakout most of all. I kind of see Besh having a breakout too because I mean he only had 200 yards, but he did have 20 catches on 29 targets. I can see that number going up. So I mean, if he go from 200 to 400, that's a breakout. You know what I mean? Even if he was to get 300, 350, let's say 350, that'd be kind of like a breakout. But I just think the person who's going to probably shine the most in this situation will be Mayer. So I agree with you. On defense, breakout season, shoot, the way Max acting, it better be him because
Yeah, I'm about to say the same thing. I want to say, well, Max need to break out and get 15 sacks. You
yeah,
know,
the way he acted.
and
So I don't know, but other than him, I think another breakout player could be probably well, it looked like Tonka, really, to be honest.
I will say because the way they talk about Tonka, what he's doing right now, he had a sack today.
Hmm.
So, he's gonna break out. He could be a breakout, which would be great for us because we need that middle of the field like locked down.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, so Arnie, another question. Gee, Arnie, you asked so many questions. You should be on a reporter. Question: what position group most worry you to the depth and talent that not fit the scheme? What position group? I don't see really. I'm not worried about any position group because I think they drafted well and signed free agents well. There might be maybe a small holes in all the groups, but I don't. Wide receiver is the only thing I can see. I can say I'm worried about. Yeah, I DBs a little bit, but wide receiver more. What do you say, Black? What do you think?
Uh, what position group most worries you due to depth, talent, and non-scheme fit? I don't know about non-scheme fit, but the core group or the group that concerns me is obviously our linebacking core. Um, that's the thinnest part of our defense right there. Like all these other places have rotational players that you can throw at the wall and see what stick, but not at that linebacking position.
Hmm, okay. Okay. Yeah, they got the Bergs there. It was a Eichenberg and Lingenberg. I forget which one, but they said Lindenberg kind of stepping up. So yeah, I could see that, but that's only one guy. Yeah, I
And
can see that.
the other one was a special teams player, and the other one really don't have that much playing experience, so we don't even know how well that is. It's just he's I guess mention worthy now because he was never mention worthy until this camp. So we knew we had him, but One was a special teams player, which he did very well. He played very well on special teams, but if one of our linebackers go down, the drop off is significant. So
Yeah, it's a big job. It's a big drop off.
yeah.
What's up, John? I'm concerned about all position groups. 3 14 says it all. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. But like I said, if this would have been the same coach, the same coaching staff from last year, there'd be a lot to talk about. There'd be a lot to talk about. But we got new staff, new coaches, new everything, and we haven't seen a game yet. So it's hard to tell which direction we're going in. Are we trending up or are we trending down? Or is it going to stay mediocre? So I can't really say anything to at the Thursday game and probably the Texans game. I really going to judge this team on the Texan game. I said we're going to get better. Hold on a minute. Chewy, get your butt in here, man. Gee, this is your Cover 3 show. So who's a weak link on the offensive line? Man, these questions, Arnie. Dang. Who's our weakest link? I don't know. Like I said, it's hard. You really can't judge right now because they got the left guard and the right guard battling out. The right tackle is still just glazed, but that's up in the air. Okay, I get Chewy. So why don't you hit me up when you're free? We can do it then. We know it's not the center. Cole Miller stay healthy. We know it's not left tackle. I have yet to see Buford play for us.
Right.
And then the right guard's up for grabs, and the right tackle's up for grabs. So I can't seriously link a week until I see a game, especially against a good defense. Like I said, when it comes, they play Texas, then I can judge. Then I can see. They play in preseason. So I'm gonna go with that. I know two positions now is the center and left tackle. So that's not the weak link.
I don't know. I'm with you. I won't know until we play because everybody keeps saying what they're saying about JPJ, and it just sounds so stupid to me.
Yeah.
Like it literally sounds at this point. It just sounds like this. It It just sounds like we're listening to one specific or two specific people say this thing over and over, and they just keep regurgitating it. Like
Yeah.
JPJ is better than Caleb Rogers. He's better than Spencer Burford. He's better than Trey Zoom. Like, but what we do is we do put these qualifiers on him. Well, if he doesn't get injured, or which could apply to every player. Like, but granted, he gets concussions, whatever, whatnot. All right. So we playing with multiple concussions. Matter of fact, he playing with a whole nother team right now. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's not the biggest of deals for real. Um, I mean, these things are true, what's being said, but the way they're being leveraged against him is it's almost like that the Raiders are about to be good, so you got to stick these seeds of doubt in order to sabotage the situation. Just like we should get rid of Colton Miller after this year. Like, let's just think about that. Why would you get rid of your left tackle and put in what would be essentially a rookie quarterback? Like, well, that just don't even make sense
It don't.
at all, as franchise wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? Especially someone that's like Colton, top 15, top 12. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's he's not even like average. He's just been injured the last couple of years, and last year was just a high ankle sprain. They just held him out all them weeks because they wanted him to be healthy for this year.
Right.
So it's just this Madden mentality where we just shuffle out players just to put your favorite player in that position and then just run with it like the video game. And it just so couldn't be so far from the truth. Like Spy Tech and them is showing that we're trying to win right now, or at least we're trying to keep from hitting the rock bottom for real. Well, we don't have that far to go, but from hitting rock bottom for real, and then at least we can kind of be competently competitive this year while we are planning for the future as well, you know. So that
Right.
just doesn't make sense what we're doing in our line. I think our O line is going to be like the. If you want to know what I think is going to be the most upgraded group on our team, it's going to be the O line.
Hmm. That's what I. Yeah, that's gonna be once they establish who's going to be in there, and once they get a couple of games on their belt to get that continuity, that togetherness, I think it'll be one of the best offensive line in the league they could be.
Yeah.
But the noise has to stop between JPJ. He's bound to kill Boston. Of course he is. That's what they're supposed to do.
Well, the
And
noise will
JPJ,
stop during the season start. Once the season starts, the noise will stop unless he get a concussion. Then a few people that want to say something are going to say something. But I think our O line is already set. The O line has been playing all through camp. Like it's just that like they've been sticking other players in and out for the most part. But I think our O line is pretty much set. And pieces on it is at they're at risk. But JPJ is not one of them. Like we have three solid linemen, like three solid O linemen. That's kind of hard to have already. Like especially when you're when you just like revamping the O line from like scratch almost. You know,
mhm,
so like we have three good O linemen. Then we got Spencer Burford. Of course, we want to have him play in there because he know the system. Now, if another player so happens to come up behind him and understand the system well enough where they can block better than him and he doesn't not give up assignments, then he'll lose his job. It's not that hard. Same
right.
thing with DJ Glaze. It don't look like he gonna lose his job because what is the depth chart saying? I forgot. Let me look at the depth chart because whoever he behind him,
I got it right
I
here.
don't even know if he getting reps. So
I
it's
got it
going to
right
be
here.
an issue of like, bro, can you not give up a gang of sacks this year? Because if not, then we'll have to stick Trey Zune over there, or we'll have to stick somebody over there. But it's easier to fix one piece of the line at a time than it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we gotta get this guard and this tackle and our center tripping, you know. So I think we'll be all right overall.
Well,
Yeah,
right
we'll
now
see.
they're showing Trey Zune as the backup right tackle.
Is it backup right tackle?
That's what they're showing now. This is the unofficial
Oh
ones.
yeah, see, yeah, see
And
that
they
makes
got
sense to me.
Dalton Wagner out there that been there on the Red Team like for 30 years. and never got in the game. So
Yeah,
yeah, and what it did not say anything negative about Glaze. He did have that one thing where he gave a sack that caused that fight for Cousins and Max Crosby, you know. But
I'm
he's going against Max Crosby. What do you expect is going to happen?
expecting the blocking. This
Yeah,
is your
I
third
mean,
year, bro.
but Max
You better do something.
Crosby
That's
going
why
out there like
Max doing that.
Max Crosby going out there like it's a real like a real game. But he's the you know, but
He should.
I don't see anybody else taking that spot. I mean, last year he had a bad year because we had a bad. Oh yeah, okay. The question: who gets the most of the blame for last year? Pete, Gino, Chip, Brennan, offensive line, Spy Tech. Well, Spy Tech had to take none of the blame
Who
because
get
it
the
was
most? Who get
yeah,
the most? Oh, you don't even have the person. Oh yeah, there it is. Chip Kelly get the most.
yeah,
But the thing about Glaze is this though. I get I won't totally hold it against him, all them sacks and stuff like that. But the thing about it, the amount. But the thing about it is, in this system, we need him to be quick on his feet. And the
and
knock on him is he has lead in his feet. So that don't have nothing to do with no stats or nothing. It's like just a matter of play style. So like, hey, you've been playing this position. So you're the de facto guy there. But
right,
if we find out that we can't run the ball on the right side, or we can't boot action on the right side because your feet is too slow and they keep running around you like Max keeps exposing you. Because the reason why Max even doing that is because Max knows this is the weak part of the line.
Right.
Well, and so he's like, I'm trying to make you better. Now, am I fully on board how he going about it? No, not at this point because now you got the coach suspending you in training camp. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I think I understand why he did that. Was to set the tone that he ain't playing. Anybody could get it. Um, and also to get Max to understand we need you to chill out a little bit, but
Yeah.
because he's the boss, you know what I'm saying? Well, he's the boss. So I don't know what the relationship is with Kubiak and Max. I'm assuming that is not really like fractured or anything, but at the
Nah.
same time, Max is going to push the issue because, like I said, he a habitual line stepper.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Matt's got to stay in his lane sometimes. I mean, it's only training camp. I know you want to, let's say, prove himself, but he want to show the guys, hey, come on, this is going to happen in live fire action, a real game. So I can see you trying to set the tone for the guys blocking him, but then sometimes you can take it a step too far when you actually hitting the quarterback and it's wearing a red jersey. That's what I say. You need to kind of tone it down a little bit when that comes to that. The trash talking on the field, I'm all for it. You can trash talk all you want to. Good. But the actual fighting, nah. You need to slow that. You need to calm that down.
Was it an actual fight though? Or so
No.
let me I'm just so this is me, right? This is me thinking because I haven't really been hyper focused on what's been going on in like the last couple of days because I'm really over the whole ring around the rosy thing that's going on in camp right now. So I'm just like, let's see some games. But this is my thing. Even like by playing quarterback. You back up whatever the play going and you throw the ball but the DN comes close enough where he might clip your arm or intentional or not, you know what I'm saying? It's not like the quarterback don't get touched at home, you know what I'm saying? It's like they call it a halo, like you don't intrude the halo, like
Yeah, you don't tackle
but
him.
but but Max might have did a little too much because sometimes what happens is the DN will run by you and they'll tap your waist
Right.
because otherwise they won't call it a sack because he'll be the quarterback we talking about. I got it off. You know what I'm saying? So because if they was chirping back and forth, so now Max might have flipped his arm, whatever, whatnot. It might not have been hella serious, but Kirk Cousins being who he is, showing that I'm really him like that. It ain't no act. He always been this way, and
Yeah.
so he got in Max's face. Like you ain't heard nobody get in Max's face the last 8 years or whatever we've been here. So I took that as a positive from our quarterback standpoint. But
Mm-hmm.
I think what Kubiak was saying though is like, look, we're not going to be one of those teams that have a gang of penalties because we're not disciplined. And two, Max, we already had to have this conversation multiple times, bro. Like, can you chill out, bro? And he like, no. So you know what I'm saying? So now I don't know how that's gonna play out because if it don't work out, people are gonna point to this and
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna have every right to point to it, and you so you know what I'm saying, it's like kind of doing the right thing the wrong way, so you're trying, your intentions is right, but you're going about it wrong. So I don't know, Max. You better have a gang of sacks this year the way you act in training camp
Exactly.
because
I, I, I think Kubiak is trying to set a standard more than
yeah.
anything else. He's trying to let them know because there's been coaches in the past. They wouldn't do anything like Carroll. Um, what's his name?
Who AP
No, yeah, AB, but the other guy, the McDummy. He probably
McDaniels?
wouldn't. He probably wouldn't did anything. I don't think they would have.
No, they haven't. No, he's been doing it his whole career. They all just like, well, that's just Max being Max.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I think Kubiak established that. Hey, look, I'm the coach.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna have this foolishness on the field. I'm trying to build something here, and I don't need you coming in. I know you've been in before. You was here before me, of course you were, but I'm the boss. I don't need this kind of stuff now. We're trying to practice to get better because what happened last year, you guys had no discipline. You got dumb penalties. You guys are goofing around in practice, literally goofing around at practice. You've seen the tapes where that giant ball running around the field and players acting. It's nothing wrong with having fun to break attention, but none of that silly games.
Not when
Serious.
you're a 3-win team.
Exactly. We're playing football here. Now, if we went 14-3 last year and we won a Super Bowl, and then we have a chance to do it again, maybe we get a little more fun this year. But no, you guys barely won 3 games last year, barely. And you guys will goof around and have fun and stuff and all that. No, this is serious. If you're not
I
gonna take
mean,
it
if we
serious,
was to win 8 games this year or something like that, well, I still probably wouldn't do it because I'll be like, that ain't what got us here. So don't start playing now. So you're right. So maybe if they had like 14 games or something like that, or 12 or something like that, and then the team was like, give us a breather, and then the coach be like, hey, look, y'all start slipping, I'm taking everything up out of here.
right? Exactly. Like I said, if you guys can prove to me that you guys can win some games and have a good record, push that playoff run or whatever.
Yeah,
Not saying they will
yeah,
this year. Then maybe next year in training camp, maybe we can have one of those days where you guys just do your thing. We're just gonna relax a little bit, take a
mhm.
breather, but not now.
Yeah, we definitely don't have no margin for that.
No, not now. And I think that's Kubiak is establishing that this is serious. Mark Davidson hired me for a reason. He didn't hire me to come play games with you guys. He hired me to get a winning football team on the field, a better brand that we have for the past, I don't know how many years. I can't even count no more. I'm here to start a new program here. This is how we're going to do things. Max got away with it for 9 years. Not no more. I like Cousins, what he did. You got right back in Max's face, which you should do. This song cover down because he's Max Crosby. Oh, I won't say that. No. Hey, mofo. Don't be doing that no more.
Right.
Get in his
My
face.
issue is DJ Glaze should have been trying to fight Max Crosby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you're the one that gave up the sack for one, and for two, all the linemen should be like ready to fight for
I
the
think
quarterback. Like the quarterback can't be the hardest guy on the line. So
I think Caleb Rogers got involved in that too. I'm not sure it was the Caleb Rogers. I think he
it was
did.
JPJ, I think, took his helmet off or something like that,
They,
and I think Caleb Rogers and Linderbaum got. Well, was it Linderbaum? He got into it. No, he got into it with
Caleb Rogers got into with Lalu.
Burford, I think.
No, Caleb Rogers got into Lalu.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're
He
right.
got to him, which means that Lalu threw a punch, but that means that Caleb Rogers did the job. I was like, yeah.
Right.
So it's going to be heated tensions in practice. You got the pads on now, especially like the offensive line got their pads on. There's going to be heated tensions in there, and you expect that. But certain things, certain ways, and certain things like you're not doing that. Oh, hey,
Yeah. What up, 805? If we didn't have any fights this camp, I would have bbeen worried because like I understand that there's usually fights in camp. Like
let me do this right quick.
because what happened is the offense and the defense be chirping like all summer. You know
Let
what
me
I'm
do this
saying?
right.
Even in the spring, OTA, they be chirping. And they be in the locker room talking. And then the offense, they have the advantage because you're not hitting. You don't have no pass on. So the offense is talking big junk. And then when they get them pads on, that's why the first day of pads, they was out there being overly aggressive. Like the defense was being overly aggressive because
Let me
they was happy that they was able to put,
let
pad
me
to
get
pad.
let me get y'all. Let me do this real quick because James Purple, he's a harsh working man in our chat. Stop it. Stop.
Purple.
I'm on break. Stop into the break, so I got to do it for him. All right, sorry to cut you off, but I had to do that for Purple because he
No, you
got
good.
He take his break, man. He come in, he say, "Reds, I got to do
Yeah.
it."
Oh, I ain't mad at it, Furpo. What's good with you, brethren?
Like Chris Raiders, that's right. Yeah, so yeah, like you're saying, like you're saying, if that didn't happen to Cap, I'd be kind of worried too. Like, what? Nobody's being feisty, nobody's
Yeah,
stepping up. Ooh, you guys gonna play soft again this year, like you were last year? Um,
right.
I'm not mad, but I still like to what Quebec did. He established this is how this is going to work. Like, sit down,
Mm.
because you sit down, which is good for Fernando. He got to work with the first team, and it's also good for the other guy, Keyron. Did Keyron practice or was he hurt? But he got other chance the other guys getting there. So yeah, it worked
I'm
out.
tired of him being hurt. Hold on 1 second.
Huh? Football's a bad man. Yeah, football's the hardest working man. Yeah. Thanks for coming, AOF. I appreciate you. So back to that position battles.
I'll figure out what's his issue. What's Keyron's issue, man?
He was playing today.
Yeah, no, you said he had a sack, which is I'm glad to hear that. But I mean, like,
Well, he's a young man, like I said, he only played football for 3 years. High school senior, then he played Arkansas State, then he went to Auburn. So, he didn't have that much experience. So he's still learning. Learning, period. But I think Keyron's gonna be more or less a linebacker / defensive end, anything else.
that's good.
So I just can't wait to see how this defense look. Everybody's talking about Fernando Mendoza. Yeah, well, we should be. Everybody's talking about, the offense. My thing is the defense and how this new look defense is going to be. Because the way it looks, they're going to have Matt Scarlett playing a Joker or Keyron, where they're going to line up everywhere. I mentioned this earlier. I mean, I just can't wait to see how this new look defense is going, this 3-4 defense is going to set up. Because everybody talking about we were bad last year. But one thing we weren't bad, the defense wasn't that bad because I looked at the stats, they were like 15th in the league in certain things.
Exactly.
We were better
If
defense.
your offense is going, well, yeah.
Exactly. Well, he's going to say, I was going to say. The problem was the offense couldn't score points.
Right. Like you'll start off at 15, but by the end of the season, you're going to be at 30, 31, 32 because your defense is going to be exhausted
Mm-hmm.
and your offense is scoring 13 points a game, 14 points a game. Like how many games are you going to win like that? Unless you're Denver and you got an A1 defense.
Yeah. Well, see, what the problem was that we put defense in a lot of holes. Your offense down on their own 30-yard line, and somebody in the quarterback throws a pick, and now the offense got a short field. So he put defense in the hole. Who just got off the field, now they can get right back on the field to try to stop them from scoring enough point.
Right.
So
And
he
then
put
they
defense.
hold them to a field goal, right? Which is a win because they already start off in field goal range, and then you can't go up and then the offense can't go out there and make up the points. What do? They go 3-and-out,
3-0 will
or,
throw a
or they get
turnover.
a first down and then go 3-and-out after the first down. So that's like 6 plays, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays, including fourth down. So like that's not enough time. Like you need to put together a couple like drive with multiple first downs, like not just one.
What's up, brother? But yeah. Well, like I said, this is going to be a predominantly running team. So they're going to have time possession more than likely, if not scoring. So where they set things up, because now we got Genty, we got him there. Okay, good. Last year they haven't had 1,000 yards on the worst offensive line in history. He had to do all himself. So let's just say he break 1,200 this year, maybe good. But it's not the yards I'm worried about; it's the touchdowns I need to say. He had 5, but we see more. Then we finally got a backup running back because Washington broke one too. Not today, but the other day.
Yeah, no. Hopefully he
So you got your combo running back there. So, like I said, it's going to be a running team, play action pass, running team. So, time possession, if Jenny can get average like 40 yards a carry, we're good. We're good on that aspect. 4+ yards, 4.6, almost 5. Then we're
That's a
good.
lot.
Well, he can do it. If you have better offensive lines, like can do it for him. White Washington can do it too, probably. If the offensive line is good as we want to be. You know what I mean? Let's see. John Red says Max already got traded. Oh, come on. The new Jimmy, he's walking on eggshells now. Nah, I don't think he is.
Absolutely not.
He's not walking on eggshells now. No.
The re-
And then, go ahead.
I was about to say Max asked for the trade, and if any team want to trade for Max, it might not be in this clause, but I feel like I'm thinking, and I'm feeling like, and I'm pretty much thinking that he has enough cachet where they'll trade him where he wants to go, and if he don't want to go, they won't trade him.
Yeah. But I think they going to make sure they get something out of it before they
Well,
trade
they'll
him.
get something out of it, but I'm just saying, let's just say a team came up and let's say it's the Commanders or somebody, and he was like, "Well, nah, they won't trade him even if they offer him 2 first rounds." I think Max have it like that, and because his relationship with Spytech. And just with the franchise in general, and I think it's cool. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Nah, it's not. Well, Max want to be traded before they hired Kubiak.
Hmm.
He want to be traded last year. He told Spot that I want to be traded. And then last year, before Kubiak was even hired. Um, so that was already set in motion. Then Kubiak got hired, and then Spot that went to work and got all these guys. And you know what happened from there. Because on the report, I think it was on this show, somebody's show, they were saying that Kubiak said, I'm going to have drinks with the guys. They're coming. So Kubiak didn't like Max or was on eggshells. Why would he invite him to go have drinks with him before the training camp and all that stuff? I think it was before the draft. They brought him back. So, it's like he just Max now knows that he knows Kubiak is the boss. He can't just do what he wants like he did before with the other coaches. That's all that is. What's going on with this? 805. I'll tell rock and roll it. Funny. So the position battles, man, it's gonna be good. Like I said, we can't determine who's gonna win anything till we see them on the field. Like I said, you're gonna have a lot of players play. You got a lot of third string, fourth string players in there. A lot of UDFA's gonna be in there. So we've got to judge. The first quarter might be just first, second string. And then after that, nothing. But we'll see how Kubiak plays this. Let me see.
I just know Arizona offense looked competent, so I'm looking forward to see if they can translate that into this week too, because the Raiders defense has been playing against a veteran in Kirk Cousins that it's hard to fool him and all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're playing on the offense that should be hard hard to dictate. Now the offense is just as new as the defense. The offense might be a little bit older than the defense, a little bit, very little. So this defense has been getting a lot of run. So if they go out there and Carson Beck and whoever their offensive coordinator is calling plays out over there, and it makes the Raiders defense look like, well, what are we doing? I don't want to hear nothing about no masses. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. I don't want to hear about nothing. Like I don't want to hear about nothing because really we got a lot of work to do. And that's
Mm-hmm.
not to be like our defense is going to be weak this year. No, we got a lot of work to do because all this positioning battles and all these questions we're having about who's where and all that. It's to me, I think it's just a distraction. It's just an utter distraction. Because even when you're in camp as a player, you shouldn't even be thinking like how we're talking. You shouldn't even be thinking like this. Like, who this person's getting more reps than me, or he ran with the twos. And yeah, it's natural as a human that you want to try to figure out what they're doing, but you can't figure out what they're doing because you're not in the meeting with them. Like you
Mm-hmm.
don't know why they put you with the threes. Like you could guess, you could say, well, they want me to get my rhythm. It could be that and something else too. It might not even have nothing to do with you. They might just put you on the third team to see who's going to elevate themselves from the third team. It might not even have nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I don't know. I just want to see how we play. I want to see and it's not. I don't even want to necessarily see how we play as a team. I just want to see who's going to jump off the screen.
Mm.
I just want to see who is Masses gonna is he gonna do in the game what they keep saying he doing right now? Like is he gonna make good plays, or is he gonna be out there having penalties and being too aggressive because it's game time? You know, I need to see that kind of stuff.
Well, like you said, it's everything. Everything pretty much is a clean slate. It's brand new. You got still some same players from last year, but a lot of players come from, like I said, draft. They came from a free agency, and new defensive coordinator, first time defensive coordinator, first time head coach. There's a lot of news there, a lot, and we had to see how they play together. That's what I said. The chemistry we don't know yet until we see that first game, because right now the Cardinals already got one game under their belt. So that's a win for them. Carson Beck looked awesome last week. You know? So we gotta see. So I can't get past judgment just yet. All this noise that the media is doing, it's just noise. It's just noise. Because you can't, like you said, you can't judge a book by its cover. It looks good on paper. Yeah, it looks good on paper. It means nothing till they get on the field. You know?
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
you can have a superstar wide receiver go out there and sinks the bed, or you can have a receiver picked in the 6th round go out there and be all pro. We don't know yet. We don't got to see that, because everybody says the wide receiver room is thin. No, it's not. Is that we don't have a Chase or a Jefferson or Addison or all those guys like that. No, we don't have those guys on our team. We don't know what we have just yet until they get out on the field. They're talking about Masses and everything else. We don't know. We could be another Sauce Gardner in his first year. We don't know yet until we see him on the field. So the noise needs to stop until we see, I say, at least the second game, the Texans. So we see what they got. The first game, that might be a little sloppy. Second game, maybe they got their feet on it and maybe they'll do better. But all this doesn't matter until we see who's going to make it and who's not going to make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because this unofficial depth chart is like exactly what it means. Unofficial. It's subject to change. It can change. It can change tomorrow. It can change tonight. After this practice they had.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah,
Yeah, it can change tonight, but it probably won't though,
it won't.
because it hasn't really changed all year really.
No, it won't.
It
It won't.
hasn't really all off season hasn't really changed. Because you still got Darian Porter out there starting corner, and you ain't. If you were going just off camp, Darian Porter is not playing better than Masses. I mean, like we would think because of the reports we keep hearing about Masses. See, me, I have a hard time listening to the reports because I'm only believing like 60% of it because whatever it is that you saw, some of it could be true. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that 60% of it true. But it's a whole bunch of other stuff that you guys are not looking at, or it's a bunch of things you guys can't see. Because a person can look at the depth chart and be like, how did this person end up there? Like, I don't know how, like, yeah, but the coaches are there every day and they see him. So they know why he's there, but we don't know because we're not watching practice like that. All we're doing is going off a person that's watching practice and they're telling us about it. And then they're going to only tell us from the perspective in which they want to take it from. Just like let's say Hondo Carpenter, he likes DJ Glaze. Yeah, he might say Glaze gave up a sack, but somebody else might be like, "Boy, DJ Glaze out there getting blazed up." You know what I'm saying? Like he keep giving up sacks. He keep giving up sacks, and it could be very much a true story, right? But Hondo's gonna say, "Well, he gave up a sack, but he's out there looking good. He's definitely imposing his will on the run game." It's all subjective. So that's why I really don't. It's really I really don't listen to it. And then even these preseason games, those are just like glorified college games. Like because most of them players is fresh out of college. These ain't like 5, 6, 7, 8 year, 9 vets out there. They out there for about a minute and a half, and they on the sideline popping sunflower seeds, laughing.
Yeah, but sometimes you realize that some of these media beat writers, some of them go for the hottest topic they could to get the views, the likes, and whatever they need to do. So some are good, some are like ask stupid questions, and then some look at certain things. But they're beat writers, they're not coaches. You know, they look at, oh, what's the hot topic? Oh my God, Master's getting first string rep. Let's write about it. So that's what they're doing. The coach is the one that see what's going on. So they Porter and Masters down the battle, first string reps. Well, they can do it to all the players, but they don't talk about every player. They talk about the hottest take.
Yeah.
So you can't believe exactly everything they say unless you're a coach or you're out there watching it. And they don't have a lot of open practice, so we all can't see it. Today, would think was the last day of open practice.
Today
So
was.
yeah, they had a delete state. They didn't show it on TV. And I thought they would, but they're just talking. But anyway, what's your thoughts on Malik Benson? Right now, they look in training camp, but they also said that about third and last year. They look good in training camp. Then the regular season started, he disappeared. But okay, well, like I said, we gotta wait and see till they play live fire football, where they play against the other team that's trying to their players trying to make the team. So I like Malik Benson. I like them coming out. They picked him. I thought he would go higher in the draft, but we'll see. I know Raider Nation's excited for the season. We got new coach, we got new players, new quarterback. Everybody's excited to see it. I'm excited, but I'm not overhyped about it. How about you?
I was trying to see what was going on. Oh, I'm sorry. One more time. Oh, Malik Benson. So the thing about Malik Benson is this, though, is coming in, people were projecting him to move up the depth chart, and so he's as advertised in camp up to this point, which I think would probably translate because I think he's one of those players that's a gamer. He's a gamer. He might not run the right rep in practice, or it might not be flawless, but he got the concept. And so then when the game time comes, it's just like you become a gamer, like you locked in. So I think he's one of those guys. And so with that being said, I don't think he's coming in and he's going to be the number 2 wide receiver. Like that's a lot. That's asking a lot. I mean, even if they put him in position to do so, that's still asking a lot because it's just a lot for a rookie to come in like that, and you really a 6 rounder for a reason because his routes is not as crisp and sharp and all that other stuff. But that's something he can work on. But what I do think about him is when they have him come in certain situations, because I'm like, we shouldn't be so caught up on who's starting, especially on that wide receiver core. We shouldn't be tripping off who's starting so much. It's about packages. Like who
Right.
thrives in what package? Like so
Mhm.
that way when Kubiak goes to a certain package, you're able to play more than one place in this package. Because if you can do so, then what happens is it's hard for the defense to scheme you. How this applies to Malik. Malik, you go into the slot, right? We run you some rail route or something, and you get open, you burn them, boom, 1-on-1, get a 40-yard catch. It's good. Now we put you on the boundary. You run a post during the cover two or something like that, or you run a seam and you catch the ball. Like when you are able to do those things, then you can get on the field more. And so it doesn't matter if he starts. Doesn't matter if he's the number two wide receiver. It don't matter if he's the number one wide receiver. It's just that when we put this package on the field, who's going to get open? And that's what it's gonna boil down to with these receivers this year. Who's gonna go get open? Because Kirk Cousins is gonna find you if you get open.
Exactly. That's how I brought up Besh, because Besh is probably a better run blocker than and Malik Benson is. That's why he's above him.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's gonna be a certain package where, like I was mentioning earlier, like the good might want to go deep and wide, so he'll bring him out there, or want to spread the field around a little bit. He'll put Malik out there, Taylor or Tucker, whatever, have Bowers in there and whoever, the running back, and he won't spread the field a little bit. So he's going to put in certain situations
You're right.
of what they're going to run. Or Malik
Yeah.
Benson can be a decoy, or he can be the main threat. Best going to be like in run blocking. But I said Best can catch too, like I said earlier.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I, you
Besh,
know,
Besh got a lot of playing time last year. They just wasn't utilizing him because Geno Smith was one read, half a read, get the ball out and throw it or something. He ain't had a chance to wait for Besh to get open. Like, and that's why people keep saying I'm suspecting that's why people are saying he don't have this separation thing. And I'm like, I don't know. This is a new thing I'm hearing these these fans talk about now. Is like separation. Like, what is separation? Like NFL separation is like not like college separation. Like the DB literally have his hands on your waist a lot of time when you get the pass. It's up to where the receiver, where the quarterback throws the ball to get you open. Like the separation ain't yards unless you're on the boundary. If you're on the boundary, then you might get some separation. And
right.
and I think Malik, I think Jack Bash is like more like a slot receiver that's going to run across the middle of the field. You
That's
know,
what
similar to where the tight ends roam at. I don't think he's a tight end like people keep trying to put him as, but right in those areas, in the middle of the field, in the seams, or in the middle of a cover two, that's where I see him working. And to his credit, a lot of receivers don't still like to go in there, even though you can't get hit like they used to, because they'll be targeted now. But back in our day, I
yeah,
hate
I
to
know
say
it.
that, but back in our day, it was a real fear factor going across the middle, even if you didn't catch the ball, though.
There was a no-fly zone because, especially way back when Tatum did out there, like you get those alligator arms. Like, I'm not going down. You call what play, coach? No, I'm not going that middle. Take my life, no. But Best, that's what he did a lot in college. He was in the middle of the field,
Hmm.
and that was bread and butter. So having Best out the flat like that, like that's not really his style. He's more like that, like I said, in the middle of that little 5, 10 yard middle of the field, 15 yard middle of the field. Because he's a tough kid. He can take a hit.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be okay. I don't because you can take a receiver in one system and put him in another system, and it'll be night and day. So. And then this is second year. Like, although the last year was not as good, that's a good experience for him. It's a good experience because now you know what it shouldn't look like,
Yeah.
and you saw it. Like you took bullets every week, and then he was out there blocking. That's the one thing I noticed about him. Um, I mean, up front was his ability to get in there and block. Like if you're a
That's
receiver, you can earn your time on the field just being a blocker.
that's what Kubiak wants. That's why he's higher on depth chart than Benson will be, because Benson's a rookie anyway, but this is only best second year. But he's a good blocking wide receiver. And that's what they want. They won't block and receive it. Like I said, if you can't block, you're not getting no time on that field if you're on the team still. So,
Yeah,
I think
especially
that's
this system.
that's gonna be him. He's gonna be out there more for blocking. And like I said, if Kubiak said, let's stretch the field a little bit, let's open it up. Then you put Malik out there, let him run down the field at 100 miles per hour to open the field up. So one thing Raiders didn't have last year was options.
No,
The play
they
calling
didn't.
sucked because we didn't have options, and then we had to players to execute what they were trying to call.
Yeah,
But
because if you mess around and you notice the defense is bracketing Brock, and they just bracketing Brock all game long, and now you like, okay, they're gonna keep bracketing him. Let's go on and put Malik in there and run a route for him, and then he gonna catch the ball, and then they're not gonna release the bracket. He gonna come in and catch another ball, and then another receiver catch another ball, they're going to have to release the bracket because unless they're just dedicated to be like, well, everybody else going to have to beat it other than Brock Bowers, and then that's just a battle you're going to have to win if you're Kubiak in the wide receiver core. Because if they're giving that to you, you got to just take that. Like you got to, and then you got like 3, 4 players that to take it with. So it ain't like you just relying on one other player to do it or one and a half other player to do it. They got a whole wide receiver room to get busy with.
Yeah, like I said last year, that's all we had was Brock Bowers. It was Thornton was it was a lot of mistakes last year, a lot of things. It was a play calling, it was a lot. So I'm not going to go into details about that because that's a bit some PTSD out of me. I'm starting to get pissed off. Like, I don't know what
Yeah, for real though.
so yeah, okay. So we have 1 hour and 45 minutes. All right, cool. Get off in a little bit. So what else was talking about? Somebody mentioned something in the chat. Benson was Miles' game after JSN. Yeah, you can mod a game as you want to, but the thing you got to execute. That's the thing you got to do. So, man, that's good. This is going to be more offense than we used to on this field. Not saying
For real.
it's going to relate to wins, or it's going to do all that. But I guarantee one thing: we don't score more than 13 points a game. We got
I for sure know that much.
13. Like, no way we're gonna score. No, we're averaging 13 points a game. Some games you didn't even score.
Kubiak,
So
boy, if Kubiak could go in there and score 13 points a game, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be like, well, it depends on what it is. Why are we doing that? And if it's because of wide receiver core, then I'm gonna be like, we really gotta get rid of everybody. Like we not everybody, but dang near everybody.
what's up, Rick? How you doing, brother? Good to
Like
see you.
dang near everybody. But I'm not seeing that happen though. I'm just not seeing that happen.
No,
I just think we need a veteran wide receiver out there though, because you need to have a wide receiver that creates gravity. Like none of our receivers create gravity except for Brock Bowers, and so now one of them got to go out there and create gravity, and it's hopefully is Naylor because they know who Trey Tucker is. Trey Tucker don't command gravity like that. So with him, you could try to like deal yards with him, like set them up, like have him running a lot of different little routes. So then that way they be like, oh, they use him as a full wide receiver. He running a whole route tree, and then boom, you gotta have him run up the field. You can't just keep trying to scheme him to go up the field all the time because they're gonna be like, man, we're gonna have a bracket right here on Brock and have a single high safety in the top, like, and we'll live with whatever happens from there.
right. Yeah. I think Malik. Yeah. Well, we just mentioned that I don't think Kubiak's systems he's gonna have that 1, 2, 3 type receivers. He's gonna have situational receivers for what play call is calling. What do you want to do in this game? Because you know what? It's not the number of receiver, it's the matchups that they're going to get. Certain teams got better
Yeah,
cornerbacks than other teams. Certain teams got better DBs than other teams. Some
I
defense
agree.
run a certain scheme. So he's going to see what matchup works best for his offensive system. So he's not going to be like every weekend going to be the same receivers because against this team, we can use our speed against these slow receivers. So we're going to put in Malik, Taylor, Tucker. Against the other team, they got strong receivers, so we got to run more. So we're gonna put it back and use a lot of these strong and Derek Young because they're big and strong to block. So it depends on the matchups. That's what I look at. That's what he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know, because last year it was stagnated.
Yeah, because Chip Kelly was out there sending 3 routes out there, but only one of them was supposed to get the ball. Like the other 2 or 3 are illusions, and you trying to hit this one guy like in this route, like whoever the primary receiver is, and then we Geno Smith didn't have enough time to find a check off, a check down because they never really put the check down in the route. When they do put the check down in the route, the ball was designed to go to the check down, like. Anytime you saw the running back flare out or whatever, or go to the flats or whatever, the play was designed to go to him, and that's what
Right.
Chip Kelly was doing. But see, Chip Kelly was doing it on purpose, I believe, because he wanted to sabotage Pete Carroll so he can get fired, and then
So
they elevate him to be the head coach, and then he would have went to his backpack and then pulled out his other playbook that he got, and then
exactly.
our offense would have been looking fresh and brand new. Like, where we get this from? Like, that's
Yeah,
what was going to happen.
because I know Chip Kelly was a better offensive signal caller than that. Because the way the game
Yeah,
looked, he was running straight vanillas. That's all he's doing, vanillas. Run,
yeah,
run, run, and then throw the ball. Run, 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 throw the ball. Yeah, I mean, I know the offensive line sucked and everything else, but God, mix it up
no,
a little bit. It did the same thing over and over. Basically, the other team didn't need a defensive coordinator, so they're gonna run this again. They're
no.
gonna
They
run.
know they're gonna play action on first down. They're gonna run it on second down. They're gonna throw it on third down. They're gonna punt on fourth down.
Yep.
That's
Or
that's what we did all
that's,
year long.
that's all we did. And Chip Clay did use that because I've seen him call plays, offense, and like
Yeah,
I thought he'll do good, but like you said, he probably will sabotage Pete Carroll so he can get that coaching job.
yeah. Like Pete Carroll. So Pete? What do you guys need to do to come back in the second half or get the game into striking distance? Well, we need to run the ball, and we need to run the ball because the defense is over there trying to hold. So he's like, we need to run the ball. So what does Chip Kelly do when he come out of the tunnel?
Throw it,
First down, play
throw it.
action. Like, bro, you can't run play action if you ain't known for running the ball.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, Geno Smith threw the ball 40 something times in the game.
Yeah, like, bro. Like the D line is already like, look, even if they do run it, and see that's why Jenny got a lot of yards too, is because they was selling out for the run, and was selling out the run for the pass often, right? Because they was getting home more than they weren't. So they was like, okay, cool. That's why they ended up in Genty lap. You know what I'm saying, all the time, because they was really trying to get the quarterback. And sure, and to his credit, he made dudes miss, you know. But the reason why is because they were selling out to the pass every time. Like anytime you know that they're gonna throw the ball, like what they say, pin your ears back. Like it's gonna be a hard day for your tackles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, but like I said, he just last year. I don't want to talk about last year. I don't want to talk about last year. But yeah, that's all it
hopefully
was.
we can hopefully we can get this bad taste out of our mouth from last year because really ain't nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, exactly. People talk about somebody asked me what's your prediction for a record for this year. I don't have a prediction.
That's
Um,
tough.
I don't know what product we have yet. I don't know if we have a good product or the same product or a bad product. I have to see some of the preseason games and see a couple of games of the season.
Yeah.
See what we got. See what players they keep. You never know because like I said, each team got cut 27 players by the start of the season, and one of 27 players could come to us. Might be a player we need. That's type of player that fits the scheme. So I
Yeah.
don't know what we have. I don't know what yet. Well, I know a place we have from last year, but we got new players. We don't know what they gonna do. Us.
Yeah. It's reason to me. It's reasonable to believe that we should win 6 games. Like that's reasonable. Like if you go into a season like thinking we're a 4-win team, like something ain't right. That mean like you're already a draft pick. You're a lottery draft pick team. Like that's crazy. And we have more talent than that. And our coaching staff is more talented than that.
Definitely,
So
definitely more talented than last year. Uh,
so
I,
yeah.
yeah, if you say, "Well, make me happy this year," well, make me happy is seeing a better product than last year, seeing us score more points and stop more teams. Um, win games, 7 games. Yeah, I'm pretty much good with that. I won't be like I am pissed off this year from last year.
No,
No,
no.
I
People
want to see
fell
better
for
games.
it.
I want to see better games. I want to make it worth my time getting up on Sunday morning watching this team play. Because I can do a lot of other things on Sunday morning besides watching the Raiders get their butts kicked. I can find other things to do, which I did before in the past. I refused to watch it. It was so bad. Because I don't know if you heard me. I think you did watch the Sunday show. I bought when Sunday ticket came off Direct TV. Got Direct TV.
Yeah.
I got Sunday ticket. I had $500, and I didn't watch, but maybe 2 Raider games that year. It's like wasting my money.
Ouch. Yeah,
Yeah,
for real.
doing that back. Like,
For real though.
I
See, I
wife a
think the
couple.
Raiders could have won 6 games last year if Pete and them was on the same channel. They was on the same page. Like we could have won 6 games last year for real. Like for real.
Yeah, we had a chance
If it wasn't so much infighting, we could have won 6 games last year.
probably won more than that because there was a couple games we could have won, but it was just a bad play call, and just what and so in some extent to me, it looked like the players were really trying that hard. To me, on
Well, they
some
checked out.
they checked out exactly.
Yeah,
They was
because
like,
they saw what was going on behind the scenes. They trust me, they know when the coaches is not on the one accord. Usually, it's the coaches against the players. But if the players is the third party and 2 coaches get into it, they see it. They see it.
yeah,
So
they said that that's going through the motions, to get their paycheck. And like they was like, this ain't happening.
right.
The first game last year was great. We beat the Patriots, but they were starting new too. So, we caught them. But
Yeah, but when we lost 10 in a row, that's enough to make anybody fold. Like it's over. Like 10 in a row, we don't even deserve to do nothing.
yeah, the 10 in a row and the way they lost, like Jesus Christ.
Right.
Seriously.
Like, and
So
then these good teams y'all losing, these are playoff teams that we supposed to have been beating, but we lost to, like the Bears.
mhm.
Who else we lost to? We lost some playoff teams that Houston teams that games that we could have won. Like so that's what I'm saying. Like the caliber of the teams that we were losing to, as close as we were, as dysfunctional as we were, then I think we were a better team than we put on the field. It's just that AP didn't know how to call play. He didn't know when to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah. But see that was not necessarily AP's fault, but he went from not even a coordinator. He wasn't like a
Right,
defense coordinator or offense coordinator. He was a linebackers coach
right.
that went from linebacker coach straight to head coach. He didn't climb the ladder. He went straight to the top
Yeah,
because
which is unfortunate.
he was a rah man. And he got the team fired up, which is good. You need one of those guys on a team, but head coach maybe not because it's like they say, well, John Madden did the same thing. Well, that was a different type of football back then where they played.
Right,
It's totally different now. Totally
exactly. It's definitely not the same.
different.
It's just not the same. So. And plus, I know, but to see, that's the thing of why we didn't want to hire Bisaccia as the head coach because of lack of experience. But then everybody was like, "Oh man, they should just hire Bisaccia." So when then they had the same feeling with AP, they was like, "Man, what we got to lose?" Because
Well, AP also was handcuffed. He was
handcuffed.
he
Why? Because he didn't get to start AOC.
did a lot of other things too. He was making some decisions I don't think it was his. I don't think it was. I
He
think
probably couldn't make them.
it was Telesco decisions.
Yeah, he probably couldn't make them.
He,
But then again, they probably used it. They probably used AP too, though.
well, AP was a hire so Mark Davis can keep the crowd from talking crap because I know he got tired of it. So, yeah, but that was a different story. I mean, I didn't think they was going to fire. I thought they'd give him a chance, because we had more experience behind him, but they give him a chance. So that's history in the books. And then Pete Carroll was actually their third choice for quarterback. I mean, a coach. It wasn't their first choice at all. He was the third. And nobody
Who
wanted to
was the second?
Um, they said it was third. Who was the second? I know it was Ben Jones number one. Who was the second?
Because
It was
whoever it was, huh? Let me look it up.
Nuggets they wanted
Let me look it up.
because I heard he was a third choice. He wasn't their second choice. He might have been second choice, but I heard it was third. But Pete Carroll wasn't on top of their list. I know Ben Johnson was, but that was all going to not work. Oh, who was it? Was it Kingsbury? No, it wasn't Kingsbury.
Well, let's see.
It might have been Kingsbury.
Mm,
Was it Vabe? I think it might have been Vabro. No, it wasn't him. It might have been Mike Vabro, wasn't he? He went to New England. I forget. I know he was Pete Carroll
It
was a
might have
third.
been Vrabel.
Might have been Grave. Yeah, it might have been him. I think
Yeah,
it
but we
was.
should have known we wasn't gonna get neither one of them though.
Yeah, no. We knew that. That's why Pete Carroll came in because he was a third choice.
Yeah,
And
but
no
all
else.
things considered, I thought that was a good hire though. All things considered, it's just that it went left when they hired Chip Kelly though. That's when it all went bad. Because they could have worked with it if Chip Kelly wasn't there. I'm telling you, if we would have got any normal offensive coordinator that called half of his plays modern, we'd have been good. But then we would have never got the first round pick either, though.
Yeah, that's true. So
Oh, Liam Cohn went to Jacksonville. We was trying to get him too, but he wasn't messing with us because these coaches be wanting quarterbacks when they come in.
and we
They
ain't
weren't
have
trying to attach their name to Geno Smith like that.
it. Nope.
Nah,
Nope.
they were
Yeah.
trying to.
Well, like I said, you want to come in and you want to come in here and have a good team so you can build your resume up. So this don't work out. Well, I did win 9 games this team last year, but it's not working out. Another team won't pick you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was like,
So
man, I took that.
you don't want to have it on your resume. Like how many games you win? I've been the Raiders 2 years. I only won 4 games. Well, that's not gonna work for us. We're not gonna hire you.
They still might give you a chance because it's the Raiders, but I mean, at the same time, you're at least not going to be that long. Because if you look anything like you did with the Raiders, they're going to get rid of you.
Yep. Except for Kubiak. Kubiak, I hopefully it never had. If you only win 4 games next year, they're not gonna fire him.
No,
They're gonna people
Kubiak
say
got like
fire
about
Kubiak, and then who else is gonna get after that? If
man,
they
I
get
heard
fired,
some people say that. If the
yeah,
Raiders fire Kubiak, I'm done watching football. Y'all know that?
I'm done
It,
watching
it,
professional
it'll be
football.
no need for me to watch the Raiders anytime soon. Like, none.
Hey,
Like,
but
zero.
they fire Kubiak. Then who they gonna get? Because ain't nobody, no coach gonna want to come here. Because watch out, go there for unless I'm gonna get paid. Unless I'm going to get paid the money. Well, I want to go there. If they gonna keep you on fire me the next season, I don't do good. But they not because plus it's his first year and he's rebuilding the team. So,
They better
yeah,
not fire him for like, they better not fire him. They better not even put him on a hot seat till after about a year.
I'll say 2 years.
I'd say like after year 3.
Year 3, you can put him on the hot seat, guaranteed.
But even then, though, like even then, like I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna be him. The reason why we're not good is not gonna be because of him. If anything, it'd be because Mendoza didn't pan out to what they thought he was gonna be, which I don't foresee. But I'm just saying these are the things that can happen that'll put him in that situation where, okay, now we got a defense. We got to pay Brock now all this money and
Mm-hmm.
Genty too in the next following year,
Right.
and then we don't have no quarterback. So now we got to go in the draft and get another quarterback, or we got to play the veteran game, which we don't want to do because
No.
look how hard everybody taking this, and Kirk Cousins is a rental. Like we know he's a rental, but everybody's spazzing out. Like so, that's the
Yeah.
only way I can see him in the hot seat is if Mendoza don't pan out and we need to get another quarterback, but we win enough games where we can't get a real good quarterback in the top 5 or whatever. But you might not need a top 5 quarterback because that doesn't give you automatic success like in other
Not
positions
guaranteed.
where if you put
It's
a
not
number
guaranteed.
one draft pick in there and then it translate. Quarterbacks is kind of weird.
It's not guaranteed because
Yeah,
you can have a high pick quarterback that don't work out for you. Oh, then they get
right.
to you might like I said, you might what was that guy named that guy that UDFA, Jake Clark.
Jacob Clark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you never know. He might come out the woodwinds, man, and blow everything up.
do a Brock Purdy.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know. Like I said, but the way Kubiak's coaching system, the way his system works for quarterbacks and running backs and everything else, I can't see Mendoza fail. He's got to work on a few things, you know, and that's what they want to do. That's why they brought in Kirk Cousins for that reason. A filler until a quarterback we drafted is ready.
Yeah,
Because I don't want.
he needs to. I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
No, I was just gonna say that he Mendoza just needs somebody to watch to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he had to try to figure out on his own without seeing somebody doing it, that's definitely gonna be like a 3-4 win season.
Yep.
And he gonna be throwing hella picks, and they gonna be like, "Oh, he a bust." I'm gonna be like, "Nah, he ain't no bust. He one of them people that's like he one of them people like he he'll get it wrong a few times, but then once he got it, he got it. Like you can't get it past him. Like he'll be a veteran like in year 5 by the time if he really like lock in, he'll be like an 8-year 9-year veteran by year 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
And it'll be hard to beat him at that point because he's so far ahead of the curve, and the NFL never really caught up with him when he's really an average quarterback. Like Mendoza's really an average quarterback, but what's going to happen is he's going to play he's going to play uh, up to his potential, like beyond his potential. Like that's what he does. That's what he's been doing his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So I expect him to play like that. He's an average quarterback. Like he's a good average quarterback. I don't mean average like AOC. I mean, like he's just an average, good starting quarterback that's going to maximize his potential. That's going to make him a good to great quarterback.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Because like I said, he has somebody to watch. He has Kirk Cousins there. So they have two quarterbacks to watch Kirk Cousins. Even AOC can watch Kirk Cousins.
For
So they
sure.
got quarterbacks back there to watch Kirk Cousins because he's a veteran professional. He knows
Hmm.
what it takes to win games. Kirk Cousins wasn't a bad quarterback. He's had some bad breaks. That happens. So with
Well,
Kirk
at least
Cousins
he got paid
mental,
for it.
huh?
Well, at least he got paid for it because he did end up in a lot of weird situations where you could have been like, you know what, had he stayed on one of them teams for like 5, 6, 7 years, they might have would have made a run at the Super Bowl and all that. And not to mention, I keep forgetting this fact that the teams they keep talking about Kirk Cousins and his playoff record. looked at all them games he played in the playoffs, and the reason why they lost some playoff games wasn't because Kirk Cousins wasn't balling. It wasn't because of that. So I just think that if he gets in the right position and catch fire, man, it's gonna be something to a lot of people gonna change their tune about Kirk Cousins. They ain't gonna want to, but they will. They will. Especially if the Raiders get around 8 wins and we got like 3 or 4 games left.
Yeah, because I remember a while back, if they need a quarterback, and Kirk Cousins was on the market before Atlanta signed him. And there was another podcaster, I'm not going to say his name, was pounding the table for Kirk Cousins. I said, I don't want Kirk Cousins because I knew how much he was going to cost. I didn't want the Raiders doing that again, paying one person all this money when we need everything else. So we didn't get him. We went to Atlanta. Atlanta paid him like, what, $60 million a year?
They gave him the bag.
Yeah, they did. That's why still call him Kirk the bank thief cousin, because he been robbing people. So they're paying him.
Well, they
So
getting their money worth out of him.
yeah. And so, he went there, and then
He's just robbing them first.
he's stealing their money, then okay, I'll play. He got hurt, of course, things happen. So, but he's still throwing the ball.
Yeah.
He's still out to throwing the ball. And right for now, he's our starting quarterback. And except the fact that it's going to be our starting quarterback until Mendoza's ready or Kirk Cousins get hurt. Hopefully he don't.
Yeah.
So,
Atlanta blew it though. Atlanta blew it. Atlanta blew their situation, just like that Super Bowl.
oh
Like
my
they
son.
had a quarterback that could have been the quarterback they had for the next 3 to 4 years until Kirk Cousins retired. But instead, they thought they was trying to be smart, and it was like, well, we're gonna get Penix because Penix fell in our lap. So then they went and got Penix, and then started playing these quarterback mind games, and then Kirk ends up getting hurt. So does Penix getting hurt, and so now it's a quarterback competition, and Kirk Cousins wins the competition because he ends up with the winning record, and Penix doesn't.
Yep.
So now on top of that, they lose Kirk Cousins because he dipped, because he like the first chance he get, he out of there. Then
Mm-hmm.
you left with Penix, but Penix is injured. He practicing now finally, but he's competing against Rattler and Tua. It's like
Yeah,
a
two.
bunch
I was
of
going to say, who they get? Two. They got two. Like, really?
yeah, like I'm like, man, y'all
Well,
might as
good
well
luck.
throw AOC in that quarterback competition. Because I don't know. Like,
Some teams make bad mistakes, and we've been making bad mistakes for many, many, many years.
oh
So,
yeah,
but now I think because this season, off season felt a whole lot different. Last year, it felt different from the draft days, but we didn't get a chance to see him because Pete didn't want to put him out there. But this year, it feels different. This year, it
yeah,
feels like we're on a cusp of something not great, but a lot better than what we have been seeing for the past 2 years. So
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
so I'm gonna go. We're gonna go and end this tonight. Let's see what's
Yes,
that board.
sir.
Stay on board. Don't get the when I sign off. Stay on. I'm gonna talk to you right quick.
Okay.
Uh, so Red Nation came in kind of late. Do about ready to wrap it up. Offensive line theme song is "All Eyes on Me." Okay,
Yeah, for real.
I got you.
For real.
All right. Hey,
I'm
thanks
with
for
you.
joining. Hey, you guys, thanks for joining us. I appreciate that. My boy here, Black, came to help me out because I was running solo. I miss my
I got
boys.
you.
And
Got
so
you.
thanks for coming in. Any last words? What you got going on this week, Black?
I'll be going live. People been asking me when I was gonna go live. I haven't been live in like a week, so because the YouTube algorithm is messing with my channel because I was going live too much.
Yeah.
So I had to like start trying to schedule my lives out and let the algorithm breathe. So I'll be going live tomorrow, and then hopefully I'll be maybe do the game on Thursday. We'll see. But then Friday for sure we're gonna have the Fight or Flight Club. I got 90% of the people locked in, so hopefully we're gonna have some more fun with that. And I just gotta figure out some real good topics. I was thinking about maybe that fumble that us Raider fans are kind of on. on the fence about like the fumble in Kansas City. Like, remember it was JPJ and AOC.
Oh, the hike ball, yeah, that was
Yeah,
yeah.
so we might talk about that one. I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, make sure you guys, tune in for that. Hopefully,
Cool.
you can see your favorite Raider podcaster on there. Hopefully, we see you. I'm trying to negotiate a contract with you.
My agent man been slipping. So yeah,
I know that's right.
I'm trying to get Kirk Cousins agent man, so I get paid. I'm in, man. So just let me know.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
All right. You guys, I said thanks for joining us tonight on the Cover 3 show. My special guest, Blackness. You can check him out. Make sure you
Yeah,
subscribe, hit the like buttons for him as well. I don't think your podcast from here. No, you wasn't. Anyway, make sure you subscribe to this channel as well as mine, Chris for Raiders. I'm trying to get
yeah.
to 500. It's taking me a while, but
Let's
I'll
get
get
it.
there. Thanks for coming in, and we got to do this before we leave. As always, be safe out there and go. God, guys, until next time, we'll see you guys soon. Have a good day. Good night.
Raider Nation Jason. Chris, 4 Raiders. Chewy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation Jason. Chris, 4 Raiders. Chewy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation Jason. Chris, 4 Raiders. Chewy, and this the Cover 3 show.